Speak on behalf of a lot of parents that are at Powell Elementary School. We had a lot of our kids tell us that there's been a new section in the library introduced to our kids. It's an LGBTQ section. They introduced it and it was decorated. They encouraged the kids to go look at it. I talked to the principal about it, and he told me that they have a non-discrimination law that you cannot discriminate against gender, identity, political belief, religion. So we have to respect everyone's opinion, sex, identity, religion, or in other words, you cannot say someone's religion, race, or sex identity, gender is wrong. That is discrimination. So if a Christian comes to the school, I cannot tell him, hey, your belief is wrong. I cannot say a lesbian kid, your belief is wrong. That would be discrimination. But let's say I bring the kids to the library and say, hey guys, look at these books, and they're Christian books, and they teach that being a lesbian is against God and nature. That would be discrimination against a lesbian. On the flip side, if I say, hey kids, come look at this section of books that teaches that being with the same sex is okay, that would be discrimination against all the Christian, Muslim, Jewish, Sikh, and straight families that teach otherwise. So this discrimination law, I believe, is one-sided. If you want to be fair, teach my kids the basics, teach them math, history, science, facts, not theories, English. Do not add religion or gender identity opinions, because that would be discrimination to those who believe the opposite. The law says that teachers cannot even mention their religion unless a student mentions it first. So unless a student mentions religion first, no one is allowed to talk about it. And if the teacher mentions it first, they can be fired on discrimination laws. So the law should be fair across the board. If a kid does not mention LGBTQ, then the teacher should not be able to talk about it. And if they do, they should be fired based on discrimination law. Just as the Christian flag is prohibited in public schools because it is discrimination against the non-Christians, neither should the LGBTQ flag be allowed in the public school because it is discrimination against those who are not LGBTQ. We're not even allowed to say Merry Christmas in the schools anymore because it has the words Christ in it, and that would be discrimination. But teachers can wear LGBTQ t-shirts all year long, which is also discrimination. So the request that I here have today is this: can you be fair across the board to not discriminate against anyone, including families who don't teach LGBTQ? When a parent who is teaching his son that he could be a girl sends his son to school and the teacher tells him that that student is trying to be a girl is wrong, that is discrimination against that boy and his gender identity and his parents' moral standards. In the same way, when the parent tells his son that a boy should be a boy and act like a boy, then the teacher tells at school that a boy can be a girl. That is discrimination against the boy, his gender identity, and his family morals. Some will agree that the kids are too young to teach them, for them to know the truth. You shouldn't teach them the Bible or brainwash them. Let them grow and choose for themselves. Their minds are too young to comprehend. Then I would ask from you the same thing, Fresno Unified School District. If my child is too young to start teaching him about gender identity, then do me a favor and don't teach him that. Stick to the basics, teaching them
Thank you, Jonathan. Your
basics.
time is up.
That's what we ask.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We will now